You know, there are certain people in our lives that we meet that inspire us. I had a gentleman in my life, and at the time we were young men in college, and I had him as a roommate in college, an underclassman. His name was Peter Englert, and he was a meticulous man, and he was very thorough in everything that he did, but he had a routine in the mornings that included a devotional life. And if many don't know what that means, he had a time that he set aside every morning to read and pray and journal and talk with God in prayer. And that was part of his morning routine that kept him grounded, as well as moving forward in what he knew God was leading him to. And that gave him a direction every day and how to walk and live his life. And I envied that and I wanted that, but it took discipline. I saw it, and that was something that I knew is a need for my life. And I knew that without that type of discipline, it was going to be impossible for me to develop that type of walk. And this morning I encountered a few gentlemen that walked into this shop, and they were going to fish the little Juniata, and we got into discussing things. And one of the topics we were discussing was the heart of a fisherman. And I said it's kind of ingenious of how Jesus called the first three disciples to be fishermen. They were in their boats, and Jesus calls them to follow him, and that was without a doubt the greatest game plan and intention for the ministry of Jesus, because the heart of a fisherman knows about going after that one fish, the one that evades you, the one that gets away, the one that takes time to prepare for. Jesus continually illustrated that clearly by the shepherd leaving the 99 to go after the one that was lost, or the lost coin, the 9 that were in the bag, setting them aside and going after the one. There was this idea this morning that Jesus was calling the heart of a fisherman, because he knew if we were to understand how he sees us, like we see that fish, then we would also understand how much he wants us to be in a relationship with him, as much as we want that fish to be in a net. And that was kind of this little snippet of information that God was dropping into our laps this morning as we were just discussing talk about fishing and what God's doing. But this is one of the patterns here that I absolutely have transformed my fishing experiences with. This is the Tennessee B with a little bit of a modification. This is the Celtic Blobs, CDC, as well as Micro Hurl Tennessee B. And the really interesting aspect of this is it has a material that is revolutionary to the industry of fly tying, and also saved my faith and hope in dubbing. I'm not a big fan of dubbing, and most people struggle with dubbing and dubbing. And the challenge is, do we put enough? Do we put too much? And the noodle and There's a nice way to avoid that. We can use the microsynthetic hurl to replace dubbing, and you can always layer that in additional wraps, or you can use the bamboo dubbing that is new to the industry. Celtic Blob has developed, designed, created a lot of the materials that are in our fly tying world, and one of them was the bamboo dubbing, created from pure bamboo. The fibers don't break down like natural hairs. They are super soft to the touch. They will noodle up without any type of wax, and if you put too much on, it will pull right off your string and then allow you to put it right back in the bag without any questions. And this creates a absolute just relaxation in the dubbing moments of your fly, because it gets to that point where you've got your tailing on and you're gonna put that dubbing on, and now you're stressing out, and you go to put the dubbing on your string. It doesn't go on the way you'd like it to, and you proceed and continue to wrap and just end up with an unsatisfactory tie that you settle with, and that doesn't give you confidence when you're fishing. And I will say that a lot of times confidence is a big part of why things work on the stream sometimes, and there is a lot of confidence that you can build with this fly. The B pattern is something that is going to be able to be used all year round, but especially in the later months of summer, because in the summer months the bees, the male bees particularly, get kicked out of the hive, and they are looking for new places to go, and they are especially looking for water sources, and the streams are a absolute perfect place to continue to find healthy water sources. And the need for water is just like anything else, part of the living cycle. If you don't believe me, go check out your pools if you haven't closed them down, and the filters will be filled with them. So we wanted to put the wings on there after we've dubbed and ribbed with the microsynthetic hurl. Split those wings like so, and then we're going to continue with a little bit more dubbing there on the front here. Super simple fly, and will make your box a complete terrestrial. And now we're going to give it a little whip finish. And we are going to be done. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video, as well as just a little bit of encouragement, what was going on here at the shop today. The Tennessee Bee is an effective pattern for me. I hope that you can fill up your box. You can always go to our website, aquaticimitations.com, grab some of that dubbing and hurl, as well as our CDC. And remember, don't hide Jesus like you hide your fishing spots. Catch you later.